Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. It is your girl, Yahara, Yasharala. You want to say your name back?
King David. Yeah.
My husband, he's actually getting ready to go to the store right quick. So we were just having a discussion. I'm just like, you know what, babe? Oh my goodness, I gotta bring this to Yasharala. We were scrolling past, and I actually was scrolling on Facebook, me and my husband, because I was trying to look for a movie that I seen that I wanted us to watch. And I came across this woman's video, and she was talking about, it was a message to women. And this is a really good topic because a lot of us women really, well, I'm going to say a lot of women, because this is not me anymore. I used to be in this boat, but I have graduated out of this boat, and I'm actually in another boat, about to graduate to the next one. Okay? Because Yahara Yasharala is always trying to make improvements on myself. I've always been about evolving, evolution. I've always been about taking myself to the next level to make myself better. I speak this word. I live this word. I'm about this word. Okay? So I don't never want to see myself adding up as a hypocrite. Now, this woman made a great point. The whole message was to women and how we have been programmed and how we need to get back to our natural state of femininity. Okay? So, this is the thing, right? A lot of us women grew up in single parent homes with just a mother, no father. And that's how I grew up. I grew up with just a mother. I didn't have a father. My mom, she dated multiple men. So men came in, men came out. My stepfather, she's been with for a very long time. But he was my stepfather, but he was never like an actual father to me. Because my mom had someone that was just there for her. When she picked out her mate, she didn't pick out a mate that was going to be there for everyone and really be involved. I mean, he's helped out, he's done a couple of things, but when I say really be involved, like really be involved in your child's life, like really treating that child like that child is really your child. So that's the type of stepfather I had. I don't really have a dad. Okay, so growing up and becoming a early mother, I got pregnant with my son at 17. I had my son at 18. My son's father also was not in the picture. So that forced me to push out and come from being soft, feminine to, no, matter of fact, I can't even say soft and feminine because I never seen soft and feminine growing up. My mom was not soft and feminine. My mom was a single mother of 6 children. So my mom also was dominant, strong, had to be the man and the woman of the household, had to play both roles because she had 3 boys and 3 girls. So she had to play that role. So that's what I see my mother do. So when I'm seeing this is what I'm picking up. Strong, dominant, gotta hold down my household because now I'm a single mother with a child, a male son, who his father is not in. So now I gotta be like that. And see, and it just keeps getting repeated over and over and over down to generational woman to woman to woman. And it's teaching us women nowadays and the times that we're living in to be strong, dominant, woman, masculine, and feminine. But the masculine is going to overpower the feminine because we in a household trying to do everything by ourselves. So then when we, like myself, get older, get into this truth, try to seek the word, then having men come to me and try to court me. Now I gotta unlearn all the things that I was taught and showed how to be as a woman. And see, Yasharala, a lot of us women is going to have to really look at ourselves, because it's easy for us to look at somebody else's house and point the finger and throw a stone. But when it comes to us looking at our own house, we don't want to make no adjustments. We don't want to be wrong. We don't want to be found in error. But see, that's not how it works. That's definitely not going to line up if you're really looking for a righteous man. So this whole topic is about us women taking back our feminine, soft, submissive side. No, this is not about us women submitting. Okay? But submission plays a part in this. Okay? So when we come in this truth, we expect a righteous man to lead, to take care of us, to instruct, to protect, to provide. But what are we supposed to be doing? Because our only job is not to lay down and have sex, to wash, cook, take care of the family, take care of us. That's not our only position. And see, when we come into this, we think, oh, that's the only thing that we got to do. Is take care of our husband, make sure he has sex, make sure we look good. No, we also got to make sure we adding up when it comes to being a woman. And being a woman, okay, a real virtuous woman, because this ain't just about being a woman. This is about being a real virtuous woman that the Most High has created us to be in our natural states with the correct, righteous man. And that consists of us just being a woman, just being feminine. Clear my throat. Just being feminine, being submissive, and not feeling as though we have to play both sides. We have to lay that down. We have to put it to rest. When we come into the correct righteous marriage, okay, with the correct righteous man, he's going to know his roles. He's going to know what roles he has to play. But we have to make sure that we're just playing our role and not trying to play our role in his role. Because that's what we have been taught to do. We have been taught to be the man and the woman in the household. And it makes us overly controlling. It makes us overly dominant. And it interferes with a real righteous man correctly leading the household the correct way. And when that interference comes into play, that begins to be a problem between the marriage. Am I on point, babe? Okay, all right. So, we have to learn, women, virtuous Proverbs 31 women, that we got to check ourselves. We got to start self-examining ourselves to make sure that we are adding up. We got to make sure that we're just playing the role of the wife, of the mother, of the servants, and playing just the wife. That consists of being feminine, not dominant, being submissive to our husbands who are going to lead us correctly. That consists of maybe sometimes when our husbands are speaking, we got to bite our tongue. Listen, it happens to me all the time. I am still a work in progress, and my husband knows it, and he's very patient with me, as I am patient with him. Because we both understand that what society has taught us to be and the cards that we were dealt in our life, that all odds were against us coming in this world. Because Satan knew who we were and knew our position in the spiritual realm. So Satan threw it all at us. Because just like the Most High can see, Satan can see too. Him and his principalities, they can see in the future. They got understanding from eavesdropping and all of that, knowing what's going on. That's how they found out. So Satan knew that me and my husband was going to come together and eventually have a righteous marriage ordained by the Most High. So he threw everything at us that was to create us to be something that we were never in the beginning, what the Most High was trying to make us. Satan threw everything at us, all the odds, bad relationships. Okay, we weren't dealt good hands coming into the world. So Satan threw all the odds against us to turn us to be something that we're not. So now coming into the righteous marriage, we understand that we got to unlearn all those nasty things. We got to lay all that down to rest and relearn over. And just like my husband may be learning some things, I'm learning some things. And the things that I am learning is that I don't have to be the man and the woman anymore. I don't have to play that role anymore. The Most High has really blessed me with a righteous man that knows how to lead correctly. I don't have to be dominant anymore. I don't have to be controlling everything anymore. I don't have to do these things anymore. Playing the mother to everybody in the household. I don't got to do that with my husband. A real righteous man. Okay? Real righteous man. Because all these men out here ain't righteous. So, with my evolution process and me taking myself to that next level, I am learning to bite my tongue sometimes, even if I think my husband is wrong. Because sometimes, look, this is what the Ruach HaKodesh taught me. Even if my husband may be wrong, right, and he may be saying something to me, and the tension is up, and I'm going to bite my tongue and allow my husband to speak and just be quiet. And then, ladies, this is what we can do if your husband is wrong. Later, come back in a soft, submissive, loving, caring way when you both are not even thinking about the subject anymore. And smoothly and softly express to him how you feel. And then that will allow him at that moment when he is not even thinking about what the discussion was that y'all was talking about earlier, when he's not even thinking about it anymore, he'll be open to actually hearing. Because sometimes when two people are talking and one person's upset, ain't nobody hearing each other. So you got to start to approach your husband or your wife, because this could work both ways, when they're actually able to hear. So that's just a tactic that I do with my husband when he's not able to hear and we are having a conversation. And, sometimes that's just how men are. Sometimes we got to bite our tongue too. I know my husband does it for me sometimes, but it's a give and take situation. So ladies, make sure that you are adding up. I had to get up in the scriptures and read Proverbs 31 a couple of times to make sure I was adding up to that. We must take it back to our natural states of being feminine, soft-spoken, submissive to our husbands. Our husbands. We have to make sure, because let me tell y'all something, that's what they like. They don't like controlling. They don't like loudness. They don't like a woman that talk a lot. Yes, I am loud. Yes, I talk a lot when I'm teaching, but that's not how I am with my husband. And if I do see myself get like that with my husband, I got to check myself. Okay? Because like I said, I'm still unlearning these things. And I'm a work in progress. And my husband understands that, and he loves me for that. Because he'll tell you, and he's not here, he actually left out the room. He will tell you that it's better for him to have a woman that knows how to take inventory of herself and could see when she's going wrong and correct it, versus a woman who thinks she know everything, who don't want to make no corrections, who never want to say they're wrong, who don't want to own up to their stuff. He said he will take a woman that can see when she's wrong and correct it. And that's how a lot of men think. They will take a woman that can correct herself before a woman who don't want to correct themselves, who think they know everything. Big mouth, don't never want to shut up. I had to see myself. Dang, Yahara, maybe you do need to shut up sometimes. Okay? Look, listen. I take inventory of myself because I got to be adding up all the time. And women, if y'all have the same mindset as me, then maybe y'all will have a man and be able to keep one. I'm just saying, and that ain't no shot to nobody. Okay? I know prior to the last false, fake, righteous marriage that I was so-called deceived by someone that I was with before. Okay? I was deceived. I ain't saying no names. But see, that was Satan's way of putting somebody in my path for me to get with that was supposed to block the real one from coming into my life. But the Most High broke that right on up, because the Most High separating these wheat from these tares. Most High brought that up. But prior to that 1 year situation, I had a 14-year situation. I was in a 14-year situation with my kid's father. Okay? So Yahara Yasharala can tell you a couple things. Don't allow that 1 year situation that you didn't see me in, which was a squibble dabble, a dabble squibble, okay? A dabble squibble situation, okay? You know, I be making up all these words. Don't allow that to say, how you know, because you don't know what happened in my life prior to that. Some of you do, because a lot of you been following me since the get-go when I made my whole transformation. A lot of you are following me from way back years ago. But the new ones, y'all don't really know too much about Yahara Yasharala. Okay? But anyway, woman, this is just an edification video, something really quick. Me and my husband was having a conversation over the video we seen. And I said, you know what? Let me press play because I'm feeling the unction to record. And it happens like this sometimes. Okay? All praises to the Most High, women. Make sure you're taking inventory of yourself. Make sure you're making adjustments. It's not just a man's job to keep you happy. It is your job to keep your husband happy as well. And I'm telling you, these men are talking. They don't like controlling. They don't like loud. They don't like dominant. Hell, that's how they are. They like soft, submissive, understanding, caring, loving, righteous, virtuous women. And we have to get back to that state. We have to make sure that we are unlearning the way society has taught us to be. And get back to the ancient way our ancestors used to be. Virtuous women. All praise to the Most High and Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Kahala Yahweh. Shalom.